Selenium WebDriver. So what is this Selenium WebDriver? In the demo session, we discussed about this concept in just brief description about the concept of Selenium WebDriver. But let us start with this Selenium WebDriver concept in detail. Basically, we have the concept of Selenium, which is having 4 tools inside this Selenium suite. Those are nothing but Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium WebDriver, and Selenium Grid. Right? There are 4 things here. So out of all these 4 things, the next concept will be Selenium WebDriver. How this Selenium WebDriver helps us to automate the application. Okay, so the best thing in Selenium WebDriver is Selenium WebDriver always interacts with the browser directly. There will not be a part of any interactions between any other systems or any other remote computers or any other servers or something like that. It will not do such type of activities. Selenium WebDriver always interacts with the browser directly. Suppose I want to automate an application. Where it is having so many fields like login, registration form. Once we register the form, it is going to generate one user ID and password. All these things has been included in that functionality. So if you want to automate that particular functionality, what you need to concentrate first, right? First, you need to concentrate what type of functionality that we are dealing with. So what are all the required things for that particular functionality to automate? So how can we automate with that particular Selenium WebDriver? What are all the required things in order to get configuration? These things are very important. Now, when you are talking about the concept of Selenium WebDriver, the first thing that you need to know is objects. Second thing is locators or elements. Locators or elements. Objects, locators or elements. What is the relationship between object and locators or elements? Is there any relationship between these two things? Yes, there is a relationship between these two things: objects, locators or elements. What is meant by object? An object is a thing which is having state or behavior, is nothing but object. Right? So in that case, so I am going to open just one screen. I'm going to open one application here. Server not found. So give me a moment. I'm going to check whether this application is having this URL or not. 1 moment. So this is just a general and basic URL. Okay. So this is just for a purpose of example. I have selected this URL. Any example you can take, but when you are talking about the concept of object, this particular web application is having so many objects in this web page, right? There are so many objects in this web page. So each and every object will be considered, and each and every object will be designed with one locator or element. Suppose this is one object. This will be having either one locator or element. This is one object. It is having one locator or element. This is one object. This is having locator or element. This is one object. This is having locator or element. Like that, every object will have one locator or element from where this locator or elements concept is coming. Origination of this locator or elements concept. The concept starts from HTML background. This locator or element concept starts from HTML background. When we are talking about locators or elements, first we need to know few basic things related to HTML. So if you want to automate a script, we need to know some basic things. Then only we'll be able to design that particular automation test script. So that basic things are nothing but locators or elements. So how many types of locators or elements are there? Okay, generally there are 8 types. One moment. Sorry guys. So here generally there are 8 types of locators or elements in this particular Selenium WebDriver. So all these locators or elements will talk about the HTML concept. Why we need to talk about HTML concept in Selenium WebDriver, right? By using those things only, we are going to automate the applications. Like that, the list of these 8 locators or elements are ID, XPath, CSS, link text, partial, link text, name, class name, tag name. ID, XPath, CSS, link text, partial link text, name, class name, and tag name. So these are the 8 types of locators or elements. Okay. Now every object will have at least one type of locators out of all these 8. One object may have, suppose let's say for example, this is the web page. This is one object here. This object may have one locator or more than one locator. Minimum one locator will be assigned to that particular object. Who will assign this one? The person who is working on the HTML backend, HTML background. So we are not going to bother about this. Developers are going to take care of this in order to create all these activities, in order to close these activities. Now, see, here I am talking about ID, XPath, CSS, link text, some types of locators I am going to talk about. Let's see what type of locators that has been assigned to this particular field. How to find out this locator, right? So suppose I want to find out the locator of this particular object. Right click here, click on inspect element. See here, it has been highlighted with this particular blue color. Okay, see the search field and see this highlighted thing, means this particular HTML statement related to that particular search box. Now the concept is, what is the locator name associated to that particular field? Two things. One is class name, second one is name. There are two names or two locators associated to that particular field. Either of these two locators you can use in our scripting part. We can use in our Selenium WebDriver scripting part. Okay, you can use either class name or you can use either name. No need to worry about that. Whatever the locator that you want, exactly you need to choose that particular locator. Understand? Now, we can't give assurance stating that this particular object is having ID, this particular object is having class, this particular object is having name. Like that, we can't give assurance for that. But when we are talking about the concept of locators, whatever the locator types assigned to that particular field, that we are going to see in this HTML page. And the next important thing here is XPath. This is one interview point of view question. So how many types of XPaths are there? One is absolute XPath, second one is relevant XPath. Basically, what is meant by XPath? What is meant by XPath? XPath is nothing but the way or the path or the map how you are going to reach to that particular field. How you are going to reach to that particular field. Suppose this is the web page. This is the web page. If I want to find out this particular object name XPath, where this particular object has been located, I need to find out. Right? This is a web page. In this web page, this is one grid. In this grid, this is one part. In this part, this is one again one object. I want to know this particular XPath of that particular object. Means every object will have unique XPath. Every object will have unique XPath. Guys, did you understand, or do you have any confusions when I'm explaining? So every object will have unique XPath. We can automate the applications. We can automate the applications or web applications which are having or by using unique elements or locators only. Unique elements or locators only. Suppose, let's say, for example, I have this. Okay, let it be home page only. Now, in this home page, under this desktops, I have PC and Mac. I have PC and Mac. I want to click on Mac. I want to click on Mac. If I want to click on Mac, I need to find out what is the locator name or element name for that particular object. If I am going to find out, I saw that for PC and for Mac, the ID name is same, the class name is same, the name is same, everything is same. But XPath will never be same. XPath never be same, because XPath always talks about what is the map to reach that particular destination. Means what is the map to reach this particular destination. Simply we can say our graph papers, x-axis and y-axis. Right? If I want to find out one value in that particular graph paper, so obviously the x-axis will be changed and the y-axis will be changed, right? Like that, the same concept here. Every object will have different or unique XPath. Then only you people can automate the project. If there are duplicate paths or if there are duplicate locators, then script will not understand to which field or to which object the data has to pass. Suppose, let's say, for example, login page is there. In that login page, username and password field will be there. If you want to enter data in username field, I'm going to open this login page. Yes, email address and password. Now you are seeing that email address field is there, password field is there, which are different fields. Both are different fields, but in the backend, if the ID name for both is same, if the class name for both is same, if the name for both is same, everything is same, then when you are passing the data, how the script will understand to which field you are passing the data, right? Due to that conflict, Selenium WebDriver script will never encourage the duplicate locator names or the object which are having duplicate locator names. That is the reason always try to fetch unique locator names for the automation development point of view. Okay, now ID means identification. ID means identification. XPath has been divided into two things. One is absolute XPath, second one is relevant XPath. Absolute XPath is nothing but the exact path of that particular object what you are going to be selected. Relevant means it is approximately equal to that particular path. CSS means cascading style sheet. Suppose your web application is having some CSS and HTML document format and all those things, we can use that one. Link text. What is meant by link text? What is meant by link text? Text having hyperlink. So this is one link text. This is one link text. This is one link text, like that. So link text is nothing but hyperlink text or partial link text. Both are same here. The functionality, the action is same for both this link text and partial link text. So no need to worry about that. Both performance is same. Just the usage will be different. So sometimes you are going to use the name of that particular link. Sometimes you are going to use the XPath of that particular link. That is the reason you are going to you are seeing. That is the reason you are seeing this partial link text and link text separately. Next thing is name. What we have seen just now. Class name. Just now we have seen this class also. Now what is mean by tag name? Generally, this tag name will be used in the interview point of view. In the interview point of view. Here, in this web page, I have these links 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hyperlinks are there. I want to list down all these 9 hyperlinks in the output. Okay, just I want to get the list of all these hyperlinks, whatever the hyperlinks on this particular web page. I want to get the list of all hyperlinks. So in that case, to get the links or to get all the list of hyperlinks what you have been required, what is the process that we need to follow? What is the process that we need to follow? The process here is, first we are going to validate what is the common thing in all the links in this particular web page. The common thing for hyperlinks will be anchor tag. The common things for hyperlink will be anchor tag. I'm going to open this one. See here. See this particular hyperlink. It is not visible. That is the reason I'm going to open one more website. Yes. If you see this one, you are going to see starts with this highlighted one. A data CTHREF is equals to something something. It is showing to me, right? Suppose if you have a hyperlink on the web page, remember that that hyperlink will be preceded with anchor tag. Then only it will work as a hyperlink. When you click on that particular link, it will open or it will perform the action what has been assigned to that particular hyperlink. So if I want to list down all the hyperlinks in this web page into the output, first we need to verify what is the most common point in that. The most common point in all the hyperlinks is anchor tag. By using this anchor tag, we can get all the hyperlinks into this output. That is the reason we have one element or locator, nothing but tag name. We can use this tag name for our future purpose. What is anchor tag? Is it href? Exactly. So href will be represented only with anchor tag. Href means hyperreference. Hyperreference. So if you see this particular thing, it starts with A. It starts with A. A means anchor tag. A means anchor tag. A href means anchor tag. Hyperreference is the verbiage of that particular thing.